Okay, I'm just waiting for Brittany. We was trying to figure out how to stream with a split screen. There's a mosquito in here. Brittany. Hi, y'all. Just waiting on Brittany. While we're waiting on Brittany, does anybody have any questions? I see there's two people sitting there watching. Hi, Liberty Lynn. So, me and Brittany was going to try to do this through Skype, and then it just wasn't working out. What have you been doing? So what we was going to do was talk about, Lionsgate Portal, which the peak of it was yesterday. Ah, thank you. Okay, Brittany. I couldn't use the one that was already scheduled. Hi, Nada. So we was going to talk about, again, Lionsgate. It starts usually around the end of the month, about July the 27th, and it lasts approximately to in between August the 12th and August the 22nd. So we was going to talk about that a little bit, and then talk about some of the ascension symptoms y'all may be having, and then possibly pull some cards about healing and the shift. And Saudi Arabia. So the thing about the Lionsgate portal is it is full of extremely powerful energy, because it's bringing that vortex energy down to earth from Sirius. So those of you who's not familiar with Sirius, it is one of the brightest stars, and at this time it aligns with the pyramids in Giza. Can I tell you about your future? Well, right now we're talking about the shift and how that's going to affect you and how it's affecting you now. So, of course, August 8th, 8/8 Lionsgate portal is significant. 8 is significant because, first of all, it's an infinite number. But most important, it brings peace and harmony. Yeah. So Brittany will be assisting also, and she'll be doing some readings of cards, healing cards in the comments as I continue to talk about this Lionsgate. So the thing about, and I made myself some notes here because there's so much to talk about when it comes to Lionsgate. So the thing about Sirius with the Lionsgate is it is the brightest star, and the name is derived from the Greek word Sirius, meaning glowing or scorching. The way you'll know if you're looking at this Sirius star is, number one, when you look up and you see Orion's gate and you see the belt of Orion's gate, it kind of, if you look down, it's like Orion's belt is pointing down at Sirius. And that's how you know if you're kind of if you've got the right star or not. Um, so Sirius is actually located not in Orion. It's just that's how you can find it. It's actually located in the jaw of the Great Dog, which is the, I think I'm saying it right, it's the Canis Major constellation. It's also known as the Dog Star. So Sirius is a highly charged stellar field, and it kind of sends electromagnetic currents over the solar system for planetary vibrational rising of frequency. So the thing is, it affects more people. It affects everybody on a planetary nature, but yet it raises vibration. Most people that feel it are those that resonate as star seeds, light beings, twin flames, shadow workers, light workers, things like that. Now, the things you'll experience during this is a sudden spiritual or Kundalini awakening. The spontaneous opening, uh, the spontaneous opening of your chakras. I'm sorry, I was reading the comments. So, there's also extremely powerful downloads, downloads from source, downloads from your higher self, from your spirit guides, the archangels, like Michael, Metatron. I know me and Brittany was talking about Metatron yesterday, and other higher dimensional beings. So you may experience things that's, well, like me, I've experienced I've had a really bad headache, so that's one of the things you could experience. You can experience physical things such as flu-like symptoms, body aches. You also may experience visions, lucid dreaming, astral traveling, and unlocking, of course, some of your maybe more latent clairvoyant psychic type of energies and gifts. So again, light workers, star seeds, empaths, those who are sensitive to those extreme changes and shifts and in the energetic field. This will definitely be a very highly charged time for y'all, for us. I know a lot of people do resonate as a star seed, and I thought about later doing a video on different star seeds, so that way you can, because a lot of people don't even understand what a star seed is. So let me go ahead and explain that. First of all, you kind of resonate as a star seed. First of all, that's where your very original origins came from, some other planet, not Earth. You may have had, for example, myself, I resonate as my origins from Orion, and but then I recognize as having other carnations in lives on Sirius, and then so far and so far until I came to this planet, and then I've had many lifetimes on this one. You can resonate as a star seed light worker. Of course, light workers come here, incarnate on Earth to raise the vibration of humanity. And as a star seed, you may have symptoms such as feeling like you don't belong, even with your immediate family. You may have things such as odd-shaped birthmarks or moles. To heat or extreme sensitivity to cold, whichever, it depends on what type of star seed you are. Sensitivity to noise sometimes. A lot of times you may get a lot of that. Another way to tell, like, for example, when you get downloads is ringing in the ear, stuff like that. Yes, thank you, Miss Redneck. Everything is going good. um, you may wake up sometimes with bruises in different places and don't know where you got them. Another thing is being a night owl, not being able to sleep at night. I know I've always had problems sleeping at night, but I've kind of trained myself. Yes, odd birthmarks. I've kind of trained myself to make myself sleep during the night because I have a day job. But unfortunately, I always, every single day, of course, then I either try to do some work for my YouTube channel, or I force myself to go back to sleep, or I, will go take a meditative bath where I use salt water and meditate. That's another thing is like different star seeds have associations with different things. Like, for example, a Sirian star seed is connected to water. And you are comfortable in water. So now that went through that really long intro, good evening, Z Yolanda. I think that's how you say it. I just call you Z. I always just call you Z. So, Brittany. Yes, the solar plexus is the, it activates. Thank you. That's a great question. I'm getting tongue tied. It unlocks all your chakras, but most significant is your solar plexus, which has to do with your self-confidence and your self-expression, finding your joy. And I know, like, for example, yesterday I was really moody, but then today I woke up feeling absolutely tremendously high vibrational. I previously, like, one of the things I had struggled with is expectations, specifically in my relationship, and it's like that really lifted off of me. So, and it was like I really feel completely refreshed, so to speak. So that was a wonderful question, Marcella. Thank you. Yes, you will have body aches. Don't freak out. Just kind of do some meditation. Um, there's some good, like, Spiritual Zen has some really good meditations on YouTube. If you feel like you need to cleanse your space, you can either use sage. You can take a salt bath. You can listen again to high vibrational frequencies. Those ideas will help ease your mental state, because if you're freaking out, also you may be experiencing light body activations. Now, those of you who don't know, the actual correct term is Merkaba. Merkaba. So that is your spiritual light body. I do that sometimes, Z. Sometimes I'm just like, oh. And that's why, like yesterday, I was in a really bad mood because I was like, my spirit guys was telling me I really need to meditate. And I was like, I literally said the F off because I didn't want to. So, and then I went outside and started mowing the yard. You're welcome, Marcella. Else, I know I had a client one time that was really upset with her boyfriend because she wanted him, to meditate and do things. And she was like, the statement she says, he will not get off that PlayStation console. And I try to explain to her that it's actually okay because it's actually a form of meditation because they're pretty much shutting their thought off when you play some type of game like that, and you're just kind of yeah, it's not like zoning out in front of the TV watching a TV show where you're receiving all this programming and stuff unconsciously. I don't know if a lot of people realize that, but when you sit there and veg out in front of the TV, whether it's you're watching news or you're watching a regular scheduled program or a TV show, you're actually receiving unconscious programming on how to think, how to act, and things like that, and programmed fears and all that. So but if you play like a PlayStation, that is more, it's kind of like doing a mundane task without the physical effort. Yes, music, yes. Music is a good form of meditation too. It's also good at raising your vibration. So, or if you listen to certain music, can actually lower your vibration. So, Brittany, are you still there? So, actually, we was going to do some readings. I just wanted to explain first what Lionsgate is, what the activations do, so that way we can help you through any kind of, um, activation symptoms, things like that. And then we wanted to pull some cards for different ones, showing them what they're healing, what's shifting with them personally, and how to transform, how to make this process go easier. You can ask me, you can ask Brittany. Brittany is actually answering questions and stuff in the comments as well. So first I'm going to go ahead and do Marcella. I'm going to pull some cards for you, Marcella, and to see what you're shifting. What is shifting for you? What kind of downloads you're receiving at this time? Brittany, Timmy Askins, y'all, if y'all don't know, this is my divine masculine. He is Brittany's soul dad. Where did she go? You can F off with that, Timmy, she says. Okay, Marcella. Now, if you want to make a donation to jump to the head of the line for activation questions, symptoms, things like that, what you're shifting, you can either make a donation to me. We love you, Timmy. You can make a donation to me or to Brittany. Again, Brittany will answer questions, except for if she has a boyfriend. Okay, Marcella. So you're definitely going through some changes. It probably feels like you're in a whirlwind right now, like your head is spinning. You may be having a slight headache, possibly behind your eyes or the back of your neck. Feels like a little bit of tension. You also have the patience, but what I'm hearing is that this is just a cycle, it's just a shift. I really think by tomorrow you're going to actually start feeling better. New possibilities are opening up for you. You are receiving the downloads and messages from spirit guides and source. Just kind of go with the flow and let it, just let it kind of work through you. So we have abundance, but what this is telling me is your masculine and feminine energies are actually coming into union at this time inside of yourself. We have creator. So the downloads that you're receiving from source and from your higher self is going to help you. Maybe you felt stale in your creativity, and it's going to help you evolve past that. You're going to have, and that has to do with your solar plexus as well. Your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, and with these being unblocked, you may start finding yourself doing different things. Yes, Brittany, add it, add it. As I'm speaking, you go ahead. We have the guilt card. That just tells me you've had a lot of anxiety and things going on, but you just need to find your quiet place. Remember to do your meditations. You have the Lover's card. Again, to me, that's just clarifying. This is not me. I'm not talking about physical aspect. This is just telling me that so there is a misconception. A lot of people don't understand that whether you're on a high level soulmate journey or a twin flame journey, you get triggered. You have to do these triggers, and you have to process them and heal them, because we each carry masculine and feminine energy within us. And in order to become into union with your counterpart in the physical, yeah. um, to come into contact, into union with your masculine or feminine in the physical, you have to have them come into union in inside yourself. So we have sharing and we have adventure. So part of your journey is going to be sharing your light, your knowledge, your understanding, your wisdom with other people, and to just kind of jump into this with excitement. Just take that leap of faith. And Brittany, if you'll just add your 2 cents. Use the same deck. Yes. Y'all, if y'all have not subscribed to Brittany's channel, I would encourage you to do so. She is absolutely amazing. Well, she's my soul child, so. Yes, yes. This is I love this. I wish we could have done the split screen. So I mean, it's kind of like, this is really the wrong term to use, but it's kind of like y'all's getting double teamed with me and Brittany. Russell Crowe, Beautiful Mind. I love that movie. Well, yes, Z, I'm going to support Brittany. She is, me and her is, sometimes it's like we have the same mind. It's really, really weird. So that's funny you said cycles, because I had gotten this in a different deck. I had gotten this exploration card, and we have this compass here. So, Marcella, Brittany's asking for you to tell her what you've been trying to examine. I'm not sure. So, is there anywhere, let me ask it like this. Is there anywhere in your life that you've been feeling stuck? Ah, the twin journey. Oh my God, I got chills. So let me. This has to do with you're really wanting union. Um, but you need to look at it. You need to look at it more as an adventure. Brittany's asking if you've had, like, twin flames lots of times has a lot of things in common with each other, a lot of events that happen real similar to each other, because, well, it is a soul journey. So your soul, if you incarnate at the same time, which not all twins do, you're going to have a lot of aspects in your life that are similar and resonate with each other. So that's what Brittany is asking you, Marcella. What kind of similar events have y'all had? What she's asking, what lesson on your soul journey are you both trying to learn? No contact for 3 years. So, as far as my part of the message, my part of the message mostly talked about you need to get out of your head and stop. That's funny for me to say about too, guys. But trust me, I'm an overthinker. I'm someone who's always in my head. So to come into union with your divine masculine, or well, I say masculine, you can be carrying the masculine energy yourself, but in order to do that, you're going to have to kind of just go with the flow and learn to let that go for now so that you can come into union within yourself. Yes, kind of close that right now. Just kind of do your own thing, because you got to work on yourself. Is there anything else you want to add, Brittany? Because yes, I want Brittany to go ahead and pick someone next, because I picked Marcella, and I want Brittany to pick someone else. Type here. Oh, okay. So Brittany's saying y'all type your name here. Just put here if y'all's ready, if y'all want to be picked. She's going to pick someone from here. Anyone that says here, she's going to pick somebody to read who she's drawn to. Okay. Lainey Wesser. she's going to do some cards for you. Do you want me to draw some, or do you want to draw some first, Brittany? Why don't you draw some first? Intensity. Intense harmony. Like you aren't sure why it's like this. Like nothing is wrong. And it's confusing because it's usually not like this. I'm just reading what Brittany is putting down there, since she is reading in the comments. But what this Lion's Gate is for, you are being asked to meditate, to connect to the stars, to where your home was before you incarnated on this earth. Tap into your conscious, your conscious voice, to your starseed origin. Often feelings of not belonging, like you are homesick, don't fit in. Okay. And it's so quiet and harmonious because it's for you to tune in and hear really well right now. And Nigel, Brittany said she did a Metatron meditation yesterday, and it was lit. It was the bomb.com, Nigel. She says you might want to do that. So Brittany said, Lainey, like she feels like if you took a moment and asked a question, you would hear a voice that is not your voice. And I'm being told to tell you, don't be scared of it. Just go with it, allow it, feel it, process it. Do you mind sharing with us what you're hearing, Lainey? Just gonna wait for the chat to load. The card I got earlier before Brittany started talking to you was the intuition card. So it's funny that she pulled that, telling you to listen to that voice. Oh, that's awesome, Nigel. To dissipate pain. Yes, mentally, mental pain. So, Lainey, yeah, it makes sense. So, what's the most pressing thing that you're hearing? Of course, Brittany's saying it's going to be silent. So what that means is it's a voice that is more like a whisper. Oh, you see shadows. Cool, Nigel. So Lainey, Brittany says to work your breathing until your body calms and ask for one direction. Brittany says in through the nose, out through the mouth. So as you breathe in, imagine good energy filling your lungs and down into your belly. And then you hold it for 3 seconds. And as you breathe out of your mouth, all negativity, all negative self-talk, all lower vibrational energies are leaving. And then you tell them you want to hear, you ask for pictures first, and then ask. Brittany says you are more visual. Something that may help you also, Lainey, is listening to meditation music that has like rain falling. Okay, who is next? Brittany's not done. So, those who are new to the chat, we are talking about Lionsgate, the Lionsgate portal that was yesterday, 8/8. And we're talking about starseed activations, light workers, empaths, and the whole planetary vibrational shift, and as how it has affected you personally. We will be pulling, we're pulling names randomly who we're drawn to, and then me and Brittany are taking turns reading and helping you ascend, helping you heal, and all that good stuff. Yes, Marcella. That part of the Lionsgate portal, not only does it enhance your gifts, but it also awakens those gifts that you've had that have been dormant. did too, Brittany. You know I was a psycho yesterday. I was talking about running over frogs with a lawnmower and oh yeah, Brittany was like, she was messaging me about this Metatron activation, and so then I had to come in here and do it, listen to a meditation. Now I was like, huh. Of course, unfortunately, by the time she told me about it, it was kind of later. And when I did it, then I got all hyped up and couldn't sleep. Yeah, that's right, Brittany. Sometimes when you start, especially when it's closer, if you have to sleep at night time, it's like it doesn't stop. 'Cause in the spiritual realm, 5D, linear time doesn't exist there. So when they give you downloads, they don't have to live by this linear time that we live in of, oh, I gotta get up early in the morning. Yeah. Brittany passes out on me quite a bit. We'll be in the middle of texting, or we'll be on the phone and I'll be talking to her, or I'll be walking her through a guided meditation. I cannot tell you how many times she has passed out on me. And I'm like, Brittany, honey, are you asleep? Brittany. I'm like, okay. She does that to you too? So, oh my goodness, I did one right before we went live, right before Brittany called me. And it was so high vibrational, like I could feel it all. I mean, through my whole cells. It was crazy. Yeah. I have this way of calming my voice to where it soothes other people, which is weird. You've never heard of Lionsgate before? The cinema company. That's funny. So at the beginning of this live, I did talk about what Lionsgate is and how it activates and shifts the planet. So, are you done, Brittany? Is it time to pick someone else? Hi, Cake. I love cake. I can't eat it, though, because I'm diabetic. Okay, so everyone who wants to possibly be chosen, just put here in the comments so I know who to pick next. Cake! Yes! Cake just walked in the room. Okay. I can't help it, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pick Cake. I like cake, and I can't eat it. Okay. So let me pull some cards for you about your ascension. So. Love you. But I love cake. So, yay. for both my so Walmart makes this new cake. Um I got it from my mom, and then my daughter, Carissa, her birthday was August the 6th. So I got her the same cake, and it's a unicorn cake. I saw that and I was like, mm. So maybe one little piece. Okay. So let's see for cake. Ah, so you've cake. You kind of get stuck in your mind quite a lot. You're an overthinker like me. You get stuck in your mind, like comparing yourself to other people, comparing your physical aspect, and even your intelligence and your spirituality. Um, you have issues with um, that part. That's one of your issues that you're stuck in your head about um, is self-image. Um, you do have traveling here and integration. So you may be experiencing this shift in astral traveling or lucid dreaming, which is spiritual suppression, yeah. Which is lucid dreaming is where you're dreaming and you know you're dreaming. So through this, you are learning to let go of expectations of yourself that are kind of unrealistic, that are based in programming and 3D concepts, and learning to let go of that in order to shift and connect to source. I'm getting a strong sense of you've been having difficulty with connecting to source. Yes, astral traveling. And learning to open up and share parts of yourself with other people. You may have been someone who wasn't really not good at opening up and being transparent to other people. Maybe a type of person that seems to take a while to open up to somebody, but you're learning to actually open your heart space and realize you are a light worker. You actually have a mission, and that's why you need to connect to source more. Um, so I'm hearing to come out of your shell because you have a lot of compassion for other people. And also part of your astral traveling, in lucid dreaming, things like that, when you visit other people, you are actually visiting their yes, visiting them in your dreams. It's like spirit is having you do that through astral travel because you're having problems connecting to them in the 3D world. And spirit's trying to tell you, come on, come out of your shell. It's time to come out of your shell. You have a mission and a purpose. So then So your purpose as a light worker. So I'm seeing notes. So it may be expressed through your voice, your vocal cords. Um, I have freedom. So, but what I'm seeing in my head is forward movement, light codes. So that's why I think through your voice I'm seeing musical notes, because light codes actually come out as vibrational sound through your throat chakra. So you may be needing to open up your throat chakra. Do some, if you have problems with speaking in public, speaking in front of other people, you can do things like gargling. When you're by yourself, practice singing. Years ago. Yes. And it's kind of, sometimes it's kind of embarrassing when you first start transmuting and communicating in light code, because it does kind of, to the untrained ear, people that don't know what it is, it kind of sounds like, this gibberish coming out of their mouth, because it's like, you're actually just opening your throat and just going what comes out. So that's how you work your light, is through vocal cords and sound. And it's funny because me and Brittany was just talking about my voice putting her to sleep. So instead of where I can soothe somebody, feeding their soul with your voice. Things like that. Let's see here. You don't believe it. Well, that's one of the issues, is you have doubt in yourself. We have reason. This is the Syrian Starseed deck. These are awfully big cards. But when I see this card, what it's telling me is that you've been getting nudges from spirit, but you logically talk yourself out of it. Code. When you're speaking, okay, sorry, my connection was going out. So when you're speaking in light code, of course, sometimes that does sound high pitched, but do know that when you're transmuting light into a language, those notes are going to wake people up at an inner, on the inner scale, not through the ear. It's just through this inner way. Okay. A lot of cards fell off. So you pretty much just need to learn to go with the flow, getting out of that negative self-talk and logical thinking to be able to open up and accept yourself. Just practice doing stuff by yourself. Oh, that's great. Is there anything you wanted to add, Brittany? Brittany says yes. There's some stuff Brittany wants to add. Brittany says, you're fighting. It's the rebel in you. You're fighting hard because you're wanting to fit in, but do know that you're not meant to fit in, Cake. You're like me and Brittany. You know, we have a soul tribe. It's me, Brittany, and Timmy. We fit in with each other, you know, and then now look, our soul tribe is growing. We have Z, you know, we have Liberty Lynn. We have all these other people that we consider part of our soul tribe. So you're trying to fit in with the wrong people, Brittany's saying. Yes, we need a Misfits t-shirt. That would be awesome. Brittany says to look for like-minded people. See, like, I don't fit in with people. I don't fit in with people at my job, at my home. So you may resonate as an indigo child. See, and right, Brittany saying, like, right now in this chat, right now with us, you are a little bit at ease. Maybe we are part of your soul tribe. If so, welcome. So do know that the right soul tribe is going to recognize your strength, your unconditional love, and be a reflection of your growth. Brittany says to notice the difference. Yeah, you can, through energy and vibrational vibes. That's, you know, it makes me think of that song. Who sings that? Is it 2 Chainz? About the vibe? You can just feel the vibration. That's a vibe, yes. That's a vibe. We love you, Liberty Lynn. Oh, yeah. There's nothing worse than that. You know, even sometimes, you know, we have to learn to be able to release toxic people and situations in our life. And the hard part is sometimes it's our own family. Oh no, we accept you, Cake. We like Cake. Yeah, we love Cake. Yeah. Them other people can go kick rocks. They suck donkey do. Yeah, send them to Brittany. Send them to me and Brittany. We got a hex for that. Their karma's gonna come back to bite them in the ass. You know, your karma is what you put out, you get it back. When Brittany is done talking to Cake, I'm going to let her pick someone next. And she'll tell y'all when to put y'all's here on here. So who are you asking if they're a Cancer? Are you talking Cake? She's asking somebody if you're a Cancer because you sound like us. Me, Brittany, and Timmy, all three of us are Cancer sun. Oh, Z's ascendant is Cancer. So Cancer's Cancer. Brittany is actually a triple Cancer. And Cake is a Cancer moon. Marcella's Cancer rising. Yeah, Timmy, how many Cancers? I can't remember how many he's got in his chart. He's got like 3 or 4. My grandson River has 4 placements of Cancer. Me, I'm just 1. It's just my son. The majority of my chart is air. This is why I'm stuck in my head a lot. Brittany pointed out to you, Z. Yeah, too much Cancer. So, like my divine masculine, Timmy, which is, he's my divine masculine. He's Brittany's soul father. He's got Cancer sun and then a Scorpio moon. Yes, I overthink, Z, because my moon is in Aquarius, and then the rest of my chart, of course, my horizon is Capricorn, but the rest of my chart, the majority leading element is air, and then fire, because both my Venus and my Mars is fire signs, and then it is water, and the least is earth. Oh, Z is Lombardi 2.0. Ah, Aquarius with a second in Capricorn. Your Venus is fire, Cake. So my Venus is in Leo, and my Mars is in Aries. So, which those of you who know anything about the birth chart, Mars, Aries does rule Mars, which is the god of war. You're so welcome, Cake. So Cancerian clairvoyant, it's her turn, Brittany's turn to pick somebody. So if everyone that's still here wants to comment here. Oh, I'm not stubborn. I'm just... Okay, that's a lie. I'm really... Y'all say here. Here. So just in case anyone that doesn't know, we're not actually taking questions. We're just pulling cards for you to let you know what's going on in your ascension and what's being activated and things like that. So Cake, Z says to keep us posted and to remember to that you are a light worker. Keep your vibration high, and you can do this by having fun. So Deborah, you are up, and Brittany's going to pull some cards for you. Welcome, Zoe. We are talking about Lionsgate, and we're just picking people at random. Me and Brittany are taking turn. Of course, you see me on video, and Brittany is Cancerian clairvoyant down in the comments. it is her turn to talk to some people. Yay, Deborah, the model. So I'm just waiting for the chat to load. I'm sure that Brittany has quite to talk about. So, oh, Zoe, you know Brittany. Yes. She is amazing. That is my soul daughter. So, Lionsgate. Brittany said, thank you, Zoe. So, Brittany says, remember when that video cut out like 5 times? That was crazy. Yeah, Z, we've been trying to work on the double screen. We worked on that for what, an hour trying to get that to go up. We was just having problems. But when we get it, oh my gosh, I can't wait. We're so excited. Some of the things while she's pulling cards for Deborah, I'm just going to tell you what we got plans for, like doing like twin flame masculine feminine conversations. One of us, and like when someone chat, like we'll pull a name and one of us will be the feminine, the other one the masculine. It's going to be outrageous. We're so excited. Yeah. I don't think you did anything wrong, Zoe. It's just she's pulling for Deborah right now. So she'll start putting them in the comments. So she said, "Oh no, Zoe, not at all. You're cool, Zoe." So we're waiting on you, Brittany. Brittany says, Deborah, the dream you have been thinking of. And how to let it go. Oh. Brittany says, you have a dream that plays on repeat. And it's because of the guilt associated to it. I'm pretty good, Z. I have my grandkids this weekend. So first weekend of the month, I get my granddaughter Riley. I was really wanting her to. She's usually really interested in these tarot cards and all my crystals and everything, and I really wanted to do some little kitty type pick of cards with her, so she could work on it and post this week. Like, what does your pet think about you, and the changes you'll have when you go back to school due to the pandemic. But unfortunately, her father took her to church. Her father and her grandfather took her to church and had the pastor talk to her about how her Mimi is going to go to hell because she is saying that pretty much I'm going to hell because I do tarot cards and it's a tool of the devil, and I'm a disciple of Satan. So Riley is 10 years old. So Brittany is asking Deborah if you could tell her a little bit about your dream. Okay, so you had a dream about your dad and wonder what happened to him. Well, Liberty, the thing is, a lot of people who different denominations. I've studied the Bible, and I resonate with it, but in today's society, like they leave out the fact that number one, Deborah, who was the first judge, number one, was female. And I'm not talking about Deborah, the one that is getting her reading. I'm talking about the one in the Bible. not only was she the first judge and she was female, but that she was a prophetess. And but now these days, women who give prophecy and visions are considered of the devil. Yeah, she'll be okay. Before she left, she ended up looking at, she saw tarot and oracle decks that I had created myself. She was like, "Oh, that's so neat. Let me look at them." So she'll be okay. So Brittany was asking Deborah what happened to her dad, and Deborah's like, "And the skies opened up, and I saw moving clouds." So she said he died a year ago from a stroke. Okay, so Brittany's saying that the guilt is associated with feeling like, um, even though you had nothing to do with the stroke, feeling like maybe there was something you could have done. Oh yeah, Z. I have underneath all my picker cards that I post, there's a link to my shop space. I actually have 9 decks for sale. No, 7. I don't know. I lost count. I have the Journey Tarot. I have the Divine Feminine Embrace Your Vessel deck. The Queen Bee Honeycomb Affirmations deck. I made a deck out of little like little love notes that was inspired by my Divine Masculine. A Twin Flame deck. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. I even have a sexual type of deck. And I'm working on a deck that it associates with witches and witchcraft, and it's going to be titled The Conjuring Alchemist. And then my Divine Masculine Timmy, he is, since I created the Divine Feminine, he is working on the Divine Masculine deck for me, and I'm super excited about that. Yes, Marcella, law of attraction is very important. So, Deborah, I do want to share with you while she's reading for you. I do resonate with what you're saying, and spirits tell me it's probably important for me to share with you my little thing. Brain aneurysms run in my family. My paternal grandfather, my dad's dad, he passed away from having a brain aneurysm that caused a stroke. My dad's sister, my Aunt Debbie, she ended up having to have surgery twice. She had 2 brain aneurysms. My dad's first cousin passed away. He was on his motorcycle, riding his motorcycle, and he wrecked. And when they did the autopsy, they realized the reason why he wrecked is because he had a brain aneurysm to burst, and it killed him instantly before he even wrecked the motorcycle. And of course, my dad, who is a retired criminal defense attorney, he had a brain aneurysm burst in his head, and he was in a coma for a good while. And so, with that being said, we don't have X-ray vision, so even when they said they got headaches, there's no way for you to know that brain, it's called a silent killer for a reason. Oh, that is so sweet. He went to go pray with your mom. Yeah. So Brittany wants to talk about faith. Has it affected your faith? How has it affected your faith? And what it means to be with God, source. Uh, card transition. So these cards that I shuffled the whole time anyways. This came out. And this one came out. And Brittany said she got the Phoenix Rising. Yeah, the prayer lacking your faith due to bad perspective. I think you'll associate with your father. So, speaking of law of attraction that Marcella was talking about earlier, that works in regards to our prayers as well. Um, the way we pray, like when you pray, please, Heavenly Father, please help me make sure I get my electric bill paid. If you just help me with this miracle, well, you're praying in the mentality of lack. That's just for some people while she's reading for Deborah. So you have to shift your perspective in the way you read and the way you say affirmations and the way you pray in an attitude of gratitude of, as if you already have it. So oh, that is a beautiful statement, Brittany. From mundane to source connection. That's why we're constantly talking about being more aware of your thoughts, your voice, to the atmosphere. So the universe doesn't tell the difference between, like, if you're being sarcastic, for example, like that, you're not meaning you're actually stupid. But the universe is just like taking that as negative self-gaze. Guess what? My is reconnecting. My connection is unstable. Okay, there it goes. Connection with. You gotta go, Brittany. My next live, I will take questions. So those of you who didn't get any questions answered, just know the next time I go live, which I haven't decided when yet, but the next time I go live, I will do a live specifically for answering questions. Z, I haven't scheduled it yet. I don't know. I'm very cautious about when I do it because during the week, lots of times I get really tired because I work in a hospital and I'm around a lot of lower vibration. Yes, Z, we are wrapping up. I'm just waiting for Brittany to say her goodbyes, and when she's done. You're very welcome, Deborah. Okay. Well, I appreciate all of you for joining us. Thank you so much. We had a lot of fun, and we will eventually figure out this split screen thing going on. I'm just gonna go. I've had the Lionsgate. We're gonna actually do live free readings and stuff like that. I hope y'all have a beautiful week this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Mwah. I love each and every one of y'all. Bye-bye. Good night.